Let's get one more corporate voice then. A. Balyan, CEO and MD of Petronet LNG is with us. Mr. Balyan, hi, good morning. The market wants to know what's happening with the Kochi terminal. There's been quite clearly some issues over the last quarter. By when do you think those issues will be resolved, and by when will the Kochi terminal begin to function with full capacity?
Well, I must first share that Kochi terminal has been successfully commissioned. We did it in the August end, and it is operating perfectly well. And the only issue that we have is that the terminal is not adequately connected with pipelines to the different markets, which was envisaged earlier. It is right now connected only to a very little segment of the market, just about 40 to 43 kilometers of pipeline connecting the FACT, the Fertilizer and Chemicals Travancore, the Kochi refinery there, and two more small consumers of a chemical industry and perhaps a glass industry there. Therefore, the offtake is limited. Our major pipeline from Kochi to Mangalore and Kochi to Bangalore via Tamil Nadu are still not operating. There is a lot of delay there. We actually have no timeline set for these two pipelines. We hope the recent High Court judgment in Tamil Nadu would perhaps facilitate in moving ahead on this. And hopefully in next maybe around 6 to 8 months, we feel that at least one pipeline, one segment of Kochi and Mangalore could come up. Right now our terminal is operating just about under 10%, is about 8% capacity utilization, while we can actually work 100% capacity would be around 18 to 20 million standard cubic meters per day. That's all I can share with you. We are all set, but hopefully the pipeline would come quickly.
Okay. Mr. Balyan, I just had one follow-up question with regards to that. What is the capacity utilization for the plant as of now, for the Kochi terminal as of now? And for how long do you expect this current capacity utilization to possibly sustain because of the lack of connectivity that you're facing at this point?
Well, we are supplying right now about 1 million standard cubic meters a day, and that would amount to just about, as I said, 8% capacity utilization of the entire plant. We understand that the two pipeline which GAIL is laying, they have mobilized all the contractors. They have also bought the all the equipment, the pipelines and all. But on ground in several segments of this Kochi to Mangalore, no improvement has taken place, no progress has been there. So we really do not know what timelines about that. I'll not be able to make an exact guess on that. But whatever we have been given to understand, it might take about 8 months to 10 months time, hoping that the High Court decision of Chennai would facilitate in moving ahead on the both segments of the same pipeline.
Mr. Balyan, there's a debate in the market right now on the demand concerns on LNG itself, because there's one camp which believes that the spot rates are very high and that's impacting demand. The other camp says that even at those rates, LNG is still competitive compared to the next available resource. What would be your comment in terms of the demand scenario?
Yeah, I think there are some cyclic trends in the world, and right now we believe that because the winter, particularly in the Europe and US, Japan, the spot prices, the availability also is little constant, and they have moved up to the level of about $18 to $19 a million BTU. We believe that in coming weeks itself, we will perhaps see a downward trend, and they should come to more reasonable levels by maybe February, March. So I think this is a seasonal effect of the winter season. and then it should correct itself by February, March. But as far as the LNG demand is concerned, we feel it is more or less stable. There is no appreciable change. We see from quarter to quarter a similar utilization of our Dahej terminal is there, and the levels are similar. So we don't see any dramatic change or any significant change otherwise.
Okay. Mr. Balyan, the Asian Development Bank also is going to provide you all around $150 million in terms of a loan. Can you just tell us what the exact utilization would be and what would be the terms of the loan and what would it take your total current debt to?
As you are aware that we are expanding our Dahej terminal from existing 10 million ton capacity to 15 million ton capacity, or maybe a little more perhaps. We'll examine that. This expansion is being structured slightly differently. You are aware that we have already booked the volumes 2.5 million ton to GAIL for 20 years of the coming extended capacity, and about approximately 1.25 million ton per year to GSPC for same time of about 20 years time, and they would be giving us some advance to take care of our equity part. But the project would need some more funds, and the cost would be of approximately about 3,000 crore total, because the marine facilities are already under constructions, and we hope that the marine facility would be, the second jetty actually would be ready for the expanded capacity by maybe April or so. But for the regasification and for the tankage, we would have to raise funds, and we are happy that ADB, in line with their continued partnership with us, and we are very happy for their partnership here, have sanctioned a loan of $150 million. We will see at what point in time we really take it. We have to see how much internal accruals would be there, and we'll take a final call maybe by March or so.
Sure. Finally, Mr. Balyan, then, what kind of numbers do you think you'll deliver in this financial year, since you would have a fair estimate of volumes and the realization? What kind of EPS numbers do you think Petronet LNG will end the year with?
Well, that's a tough question. I won't be able to give the numbers as such, but we know that because of the Kochi terminal not coming and operating at a higher capacity, it will definitely impact our current year's numbers in the financial year, because of the depreciation being there, the interest burden would be there, and on top of that we are not able to utilize the terminal to the extent that we wanted actually. So this is definitely going to impact our bottom line this financial year, but I think this is a temporary phase. It will be very difficult to give a number on that, but it could be significant.
All right, Mr. Balyan, thank you very much for joining in. So that's the management of Petronet LNG talking to us. The stock, however, is just about trading with a negative bias in today's trading session. For